How had it come to this? In his 56 years on this earth, he had always tried to do what was right. He had been a God-fearing Christian who treated others with fairness and charity, even when those same others had ill-treated him. He had been a hard-working printer since he was a 12-year-old boy, and even when the fruits of his industriousness were usurped by others, he managed to have never lost faith in the virtue of honest toil. Yet there James Parker sat, summoned to Fort George down at the end of Manhattan Island. He shifted a little in his seat, wincing at the twinge of pain that perhaps heralded yet another onset of the gout. He was to be questioned as to his involvement in what the authorities were terming, quote, a certain wicked, false, seditious, scandalous, malicious, and infamous libel. Not that this was the first time he had found himself in trouble for something that he had printed. He had been New York's premier printer, counting among his clients the likes of Cadwallader Colden, James Alexander, William Livingston, and Alexander McDougall. He had learned his craft from William Bradford, and later his business partner and lifelong friend, Benjamin Franklin. He established New Jersey's first print shop at his native Woodbridge, and started Connecticut's first newspaper. He had even had his position as Secretary and Comptroller for the Post Office of all British North America threatened over a controversial magazine that he had printed. Indeed, trouble was a natural part of the printer's lot. But this time was different. The New York that lay beyond the fort's walls that Wednesday, the 7th of February in 1770, was restless with the unease of discontent. This was different. This was serious. They all must have understood that the world they once knew was in trouble. How indeed had it come to this? James Parker, A Printer on the Eve of Revolution by Gordon Bond, is an in-depth biography of this misunderstood colonial craftsman, placing him firmly in the context of his times in the waning days of Britain's dominance in North America. Often characterized by other historians as a tedious curmudgeon, he emerges here instead as a sympathetic character. Plagued in his later years by poor health, unscrupulous business partners, and just plain bad luck, his personal story is one of rising to prominence in his field, a bitter fall, and then scrapping his way back. James Parker, A Printer on the Eve of Revolution, is published by Garden State Legacy. For more information, please see www.gardenstatelegacy.com.